Now to our other big story today, protest outside the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services office in Salt Lake. Lawyers say ICE agents are now planning to target the facility for enforcement operations.
Just last week, an immigrant with no criminal record was detained here in Utah. 2 News' Liv Kelleher joins us from the USCIS building. So Liv, what can you tell us about this shift in enforcement?
Well, Heidi, immigration attorneys tell me that targeted enforcement at immigration offices has been happening across the country for months now, but it hasn't been too prevalent here in Utah until recently.
Being stuck between a rock and a hard place because there's no way to really get around it.
Immigration attorney Carlos Triejo says this shift has already reached Utah, pointing to last week's arrest of Jair Celis, who according to lawyers does not have a criminal record, as an example.
When the ICE crackdown began, there was all this conversation of we are going to be targeting criminals, the worst of the worst. How have you seen that in practice?
That is a misconception.
According to data from the Deportation Data Project, of the nearly 220,000 people arrested by ICE since January 20th, nearly 75,000 have no criminal record. Now, advocates outside the Salt Lake USCIS office say they're hoping their presence can prevent more arrests like this.
This rally could provide a deterrent, and that ICE would be aware that if they are going to try to do a bunch of detainments here today, that the community is going to stand up and say, we do not support ICE.
Organizer Liz Marion says her deepest concern is that people are being intimidated out of following the legal system.
Even though people are coming to do their check-ins, they're still getting targeted, and I think that makes people scared to show up and do it the right way, and then suddenly, oh, see, they're not doing it the right way.
State Senator Nate Lewin says the actions directly contradict the Trump administration's stated goal of targeting criminals out of interest for safety.
We need to open up real pathways for folks that are here and that are trying to do it the right way so they can come out of the shadows, so they can come to this office and complete their process.
I reached out to ICE today asking whether Utah agents have been instructed to target people at the USCIS building, and if so, who that directive came from. I did not receive a response. I also spoke with Jair Celis' attorney today, who said that Jair has been transferred to a detention facility in Arizona and is living under what he calls deplorable conditions. He says he still does not have a court date, something he fears could take weeks. Reporting live in Salt Lake City, Liv Kelleher, KUTV 2 News.
For all the people who think that they're just getting criminals, I am an example of them tearing our family apart.
Yeah, today's protest connected to a story we first brought you last week. Jair Celis was detained at a green card appointment in Utah. He's married to Lexi Celis, who is a U.S. citizen. His children are American citizens as well. He has no criminal record. However, he overstayed his visa as a child. Lexi says her family feels betrayed because they thought they were doing everything right. You can read more about the Celis family on our website by going to KUTV.com.